Hello, 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 my beloved souls. It is Twin Flame Tuesday. We are almost at the end of December. It's a super powerful week. We have the winter solstice. The sun moves into Capricorn, the new moon in Capricorn. So much going on. There's just so much going on. The holiday season, um, winter solstice. Anyway, here in the northern hemisphere, right? It's the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. So just love you guys. Love the twin flames. I want to see what all of this has in store for all of us as twin flames, right? Like, what is the solstice bringing to us? What messages do we need to receive? What is this beautiful energy of Capricorn, right? The sure-footed goat going to bring in for all of us? This beautiful, grounded, earthing energy, right? The stability as we end out the end of 2022 and we head into 2023. So, thank you, angels, and thank you guys for being here with me and the Twin Flame Collective. I just ask for the messages that are going to serve the highest and greatest good of the Twin Flame Collective. What do they need to know? What do they need to see as we move into this powerful, powerful week? Changing signs, changing seasons, right? So much going on. We're going to pull from the Romance Angels always, as well as the Sacred Destiny, but the Light Seers Tarot decided that it wanted to come out and play with you guys. So I don't know what messages are in there for you, but we shall see. So, okay. That was a light. Oh, ooh. Bottom of the deck, reconciliation, right? Someone from your past is returning to your life. So, two messages here. There's could be someone from this lifetime, right? A past lover, intimate partner, whatever, coming back trying to get like a second chance, right? Which is not surprising because we have Mars retrograde in the sign of Gemini. I think at least it started in the sign of Gemini, but Mars is retrograde, and that kicks off kind of like a Mercury retrograde energy, where people from our past kind of come pop back up and are like, "Hey, you want to try again? You want to do this again? Like, I'm better, I'm fixed, or we've changed." So there's that energy, and obviously you want to use your discernment with this reconciliation energy, right? Like, why did the relationship end, and have things changed, right? This isn't the energy of somebody coming back where like you guys just broke up a couple of weeks ago and now they're coming back because maybe they're lonely and missing you and kind of wanting to fix things. No, this is an energy of like maybe we've been apart. I'm gonna say 6 months, but I don't even feel like that's enough time. But maybe we've been apart a year or a few years, or things just didn't work out, and we had to go learn and grow on our own different paths before we could kind of come back together, right? And then boom, you've done your healing. I've done some healing. We're kind of like woken up. We've had to be activated. We've dealt with a lot of karmic partners and soul teachers or whatever. And then we come back together at this level, being like, oh, let's try it again. Now from a space of awareness and growth and healing and expansion. You know what I mean? And also, oh, I guess this is three messages. Also, for those of you that might be in separation with your twin, um, because this reconciliation doesn't necessarily mean about a twin, although this could be. So you could be reconciling with someone from your past who actually is your twin flame, and maybe you guys didn't have that awareness when you guys first got together, right? And it could have been a lot of things. Maybe you were young, or you guys were just in different like phases of your life, or one person was married, whatever, whatever, and now we're trying to give it a chance. For those of you that are in separation, this is just a very confirmation that things are being healed individually and you guys are coming back together again. So again, sometimes we have to heal and learn separately in order for us to be back together, right? It's like this energy, like of the DNA strand, right? There are certain parts where we're right in alignment, we're connected, and there's parts where we're really going to be far away from each other before we can kind of come back together. It's that same kind of energy. And for others, this is a past life lover coming back. So someone that you've known and you've shared past lives with, right? And they're coming back into your awareness now. It's like you guys kind of finally activated and are at a space where it's like, cool, we're ready, right? Someone from your soul family, your soul tribe coming in. So beautiful energy is coming in. And then look at this. We got worth waiting for. I love it. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So don't be impatient on this journey, right? Like we want to listen. I'm right there with you. Like nobody really wants to die alone, especially if you happen to be like the awakened twin and you're activated and your heart is open and you're doing your inner work and your outer work, trying to like get ready for this union, and then you got your twin over there being like a fuck boy or a fuck girl, right? Whatever they're going through, right? Like they're doing their healing, they're doing their growth, they're in the middle of whatever toxic lessons they have to kind of learn, and you're over here kind of like any day now, any day now, any day now. So we want to hurry things up, right? We want to be like, oh my God, hurry up and get activated and heal and do the work you got to do so we can be together. But you need to understand that, like, if your twin is doing work, guess what? That means you still have work to do, right? It might be fun to kind of like act like we're the better twin, but at the end of the day, if that's your twin, you guys are reflections of each other. If they need to heal, guess what? You need to heal too. You have to take accountability for where you're at. And you have to take accountability for the things you're doing and your growth and your own toxicity. We are all the bad guy in somebody's story. Point blank and simple. We're all the bad guy in somebody's story. We all have lessons to learn. We all came here to learn lessons, to grow, to evolve, to expand, to ascend, right? So it's never a one-sided deal, but you do want to be patient with the process. If you should decide to push things forward right now with your divine counterpart and they are not ready or you're not fully ready, you guys are going to go into separation, right? Point blank and simple. Oh, sorry. I was like, what is that noise? I guess somebody's going on outside. Sorry about that, guys. It just totally threw me off. I was like, where is that coming from? Um, but if you decide to push things forward, it won't last. So, and I know it's kind of like the lesser of two evils, but it's better to be by yourself in this moment and to be focusing your energies and all that love and all that stuff on yourself and really just healing and being the best version of yourself than trying to force a connection to be that isn't ready just to lose it, right? It's like the energy of it's like people that win the lotto, right? And some of them are in the mental space to have it and they've been aligning with it and now they've received this beautiful abundance and they're going to have their money work for them. And there are others who get that money and they're broke within a year or maybe even more destitute, within a year than they were before they even got the win because they weren't ready, right? They got it. And then when they got it, it was like, traumatic and oh my god, am I ready, is it worthy, are they giving it all away, they're spending on every they just didn't handle it right. So you want to make sure that in this waiting period that you're getting yourself ready for this happily ever after, for something solid, something grounded, something sure, and something that's going to last, right? You want to make sure that when you get to union, when you get to be with your divine counterpart, that this is your person and cool, we're going to figure it out. And not saying it's going to be perfect because you're humans, right? Nobody's perfect. We all we're going to continue to learn and grow and evolve and ascend even in that in that divine partnership. It's just going to be, we're doing it with our divine counterparts, right? So you're still going to be growing, you're still going to be healing, but you're going to be like, hey, this is my person. And I'm your person. We're not going to give up on each other. We're not going to walk away just because things get a little hard or a little challenging. You know what I mean? And then, ooh, we got true love coming in. This is beautiful. I love this for the twins. So this is the romance of a lifetime. All right. Feel into it. Embrace it. Enjoy it. For those of you that are reconciling, you know what I mean? Like, this is your partner. You guys just have to give it some time. Again, with all of this, it's a matter of timing. All right. It's going to be a matter of timing. We're not going to rush this process. We're not going to rush into union. We're not going to rush our healing. We're not going to rush our ascension. All right. You're going to end up running up, trying to run up a freaking ladder and then missing a step and then busting your ass, falling back down, trying to be in a hurry. There are certain things that just take time. Sometimes we want to take things one step at a time. Sometimes you have to take things one step at a time. It would be fun to just up level and jump, which is great. Some of and your healing, you can do that, but you have to be doing the conscious work, doing your healing. And in your healing, you can jump timelines. You can shift. Maybe you were told that you weren't going to be in union in this lifetime. It's not going to happen until next lifetime. And you absolutely can have union in this lifetime if you want, if you're willing to do the inner work. But if you're going to keep projecting that energy onto, well, my twin this and my twin that and my twin this and my parents and my father and my mother and my community and all this other shit, and not just focusing your energies on doing your own healing, your own accountability, your own strengthening, things fall apart. You know what I mean? So don't allow anyone to take this away from you, saying that like, oh, you guys aren't going to be in union in this lifetime, or it's not meant to be, or whatever. That's bullshit. You can absolutely make it happen if you're both willing to do the work to make it happen. Okay. And that starts with doing your own inner work. Self-love always, always, always is the best love. It always comes back to loving yourself first. You cannot give to your divine counterpart what you do not have. How can you completely show up in an unconditionally loving relationship if you don't even unconditionally love yourself? These are the questions. Okay. Let's see what the light seers tarot has for all of you guys. So thank you, angels. Thank you guys for being here. With me in the twin flames. What do I need to know? What do I need to see? It's so funny. I was about to start the reading, and the light seers were like, "Nope, not yet." And I'm like, "Okay." And this is in a deck that I normally use on the channel. This is something that I normally only do for personal reading. So I found that to be very interesting. All right. We got a lot of messages here, so bear with me, guys. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. I love the Page of Cups in this deck because look, pigs are flying, right? So this love is gonna be that rare that like it's gonna be like people are gonna be like, yeah, right, whatever. And this is like, yeah, if only pigs fly, or when hell freezes over, and you're like, look, the pig is flying. That's my divine counterpart. So this solstice, this beautiful Capricorn energy is going to bring in for you a miracle, a blessing, something so rare, something so out of this world that people won't even believe it. You may not even believe it at first, right? Because it's going to feel like, yeah, right, when pigs fly. But guess what? Your pigs are flying, right? So really connecting with, really connecting with your heart center and really connecting with this path that you've been set upon, right? Like you are here as the divine feminine or the divine masculine in a beautiful twin flame dynamic. Like that is who you are. You're incarnated to one be the best version of yourself, right? To do whatever healing work that means, to help raise the vibration of the planet and also to help find each other again, right? This love, this twin flame connection is this rare, you're right when pigs fly types of thing. Nobody's really gonna believe it. Nobody gets it, right? Because it's like, how is it going to work? You guys are 15, 20, 25 years apart in age. They live on this side of the world. You live on this side of the world. You guys tried it before and it didn't work out. Why would it happen now? Right? With that reconciliation energy. Or what do you mean you know them from a past life? Like that's all woo woo. That's bullshit. Like there's all this stuff going on in the background, right? And especially during the holidays we get a little triggered because here it is like I know me as like a divine feminine in this union that once I realized I had a twin, I was faithful to them before we were even together. I was very loyal to them before we were even together. Me even having other people talk to me once I knew that I had a twin, a divine counterpart in this lifetime, I shut it down because I felt like I was being unfaithful, right? To this person that I wasn't even with, that I hadn't even met yet. I just felt like I was being unfaithful in the union. So I get that, right? And so here you are trying to explain to people that you're in a committed relationship with someone you've never met, right? You're gonna marry and have this beautiful life with someone you've never met before, and people are looking at you like that bitch is crazy, you know? Like that's how it feels a lot of times. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I had to stand in my truth and stand on my path, right? And so, can I have this conversation with everybody? No. Do I have the conversation with some people? Absolutely, and I help to guide and to support people that are on this mission, but understand that like you're not alone out here, right? And yeah, some people might say, "Hey, when pigs fly," but it is what it is, right? In their world, it's when pigs fly. In your world, it's Tuesday, right? Oh my gosh, look. There was a whole bunch of cards that kind of like dropped out, and I was like, I'm not taking them, but look what was at the bottom of that deck. 10 of Cups. All right, so here's some happily ever after for you, right? And that's the ultimate fulfillment, like family, friends, self love, intimate love, all of it, right? So you got love coming in from you unconditionally with the divine. Beautiful. All right, let's get through this book that dropped down here. Because, geez Louise. All right, I'm seeing some things that I like, that I love, actually. I'll try to make it quick because it was a lot of cards. So, first of all, we got the star coming through. Right? Beautiful. Wishes coming true. Dreams coming true. I wish upon a star, following my true north, right? So, for some of you who have been manifesting your twin, sorry, my hair just went into my eye. For some of you who have been manifesting your twin flame relationship and it kind of feels like, just like a hopeless dream or a wish, understand that your wishes, your prayers have been heard and are going to start to become a part of your reality, right? So I look at it because I see her like with a string on the star. It almost feels like she's harnessing the power of that star, right? So it's almost like she lassoed it and now she's got to hold on to it and now she can start to kind of wheel it in, kind of like we would with like a kite string. So I feel like this dream, this desire, this wish, right, that you kind of put out for this beautiful relationship is going to be made manifest or starting to become manifest in the next 3 to 4 weeks, right? So as we're moving through Capricorn season, things are really going to start to change. You're going to start to see things, especially because that Capricorn energy is an earth energy. You're going to start to see things tangibly. So look for signs and clues and be open to the messages that are coming in for you. So funny. I say messages and then we got the page of swords, right? Pages, messengers, right? So there's information coming for you guys in books. I feel like it's going to be very expansive. You guys are going to be thinking outside the box. A lot of epiphanies coming in when it comes to this healing, when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to the dynamic as a twin. I feel like some of you are, look, oh my gosh, I just got the chills. Like, look at these birds, right? Two birds, twins, twinning it. I feel like there's ancient, not even so much ancient. I just feel like there's a lot of spiritual knowledge that's kind of that you're receiving that's being activated within you. So whether that's within books that you're reading or here on YouTube where people are, they do audiobooks or they're just reading different things. I feel like there's a lot of messages coming in for you that are gonna really speak to your mind in a very different way and help to activate you and help to activate this union, and that's for you and your twin. A lot of For many of you, this is a card of awakening. I feel like both of you are being awakened and activated on this path, and it's going to help to bring clarity, right? Light bulbs, it's like the lights coming out. We're going to see things in a much different space. I love that, especially with all the light bulbs here and then all the light that we have here, right? Things are really going to be, you're going to have a lot of clarity in the next 3 to 4 weeks when it comes to yourself, when it comes to this union, when it comes to this path, and when it comes to the steps that you need to take in order to, one, either meet your twin, come back into union with your twin, or if you guys are already together, what your mission is going to be as divine counterparts, right? Because twins always have their individual mission. As a divine feminine, you have your mission. As a divine masculine, you have your mission. And you guys have a mission together as twin flames. So I feel like a lot of that stuff is going to become online. Some of you are going to be writing books as well. Okay. And then, oh, we got the Knight of Pentacles, right? Slowest moving card in the deck. I love the Knight of Pentacles, although it does move slowly and I'm an Aries and that's kind of against who I am. But I love the Knight of Pentacles because I know when this energy comes in, it's solid. So again, with that divine timing card, right? Worth waiting for. Like some of you are frustrated and I get it, right? It feels like it's been fucking forever. Point blank and simple, right? It feels like it's been forever. Like, how long am I on this journey? How much healing do I have to do? Blah, 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 blah. I'm over it, right? But know that when this happens, it's coming through solid, secure, correct. So you don't have to be worried about this energy because when this night shows up, it's there for the long haul. Okay? Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. You got the sun card, the happiest card in the deck. It doesn't matter what else we see. This trumps everything. So all is well, my beloveds. All is well. Oh, and look at all that light. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, of course. Let's look at that Seven of Swords, right? We're moving away from the darkness and that heaviness and the things that are holding us down. And we're a little safe, a little guarded, a little protected, right? We're a little cautious. We're a little cautious, right? We're going to definitely protect ourselves, but we're protecting our path as well. We're protecting the things that we're holding near and dear to us, right? We're protecting our truth, our feelings, our heart, our goals. And look, all this beautiful light, right? Walking right towards that light. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's been a heavy journey, right? A lot of sadness, a lot of hurting. a lot of growth. For many of you, this energy, this sadness, this overwhelm, I feel like it's the old energy of some of the karmics that we've had to leave behind, right? Just because this person is not your twin flame and they might have been a soul teacher or a karmic teacher doesn't mean that you didn't love them or you didn't care about them or that you don't have feelings, right? I have a ton of exes, and just because we're not together doesn't mean that I don't care about them anymore. It just meant that we couldn't be together for whatever those reasons were, right? So I feel like a lot of you are letting that heaviness go and that darkness go, and just really honor your feelings, right? We got to feel it to heal it. So lean into it. If you're feeling a little sad, a little depressed, a little annoyed right now, lean into that. Allow yourself to feel it. We're not going to build a home there, right? But we're going to allow ourselves to feel the feels, and then we're going to allow ourselves to move on. And for those of you where this is just the energy between you and your twin, right? Maybe you guys had a fight, maybe you're in separation, maybe it's just been heavy and harsh, right? That too will pass, right? Because even though there's all this darkness, there is some light coming through. So understand that it's a temporary phase, right? We just got to give it time. Sometimes people need to heal separately before they can be together. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with honoring your version of healing. It doesn't have to look the same as somebody else's. All right. And then we have the Fool coming in, new beginnings, a new start. I love this. She's holding a beautiful piece of amethyst, right? So really connected to our psychic selves. But I love how all this light is coming in again. Right? We got all the lights behind her. She's got this beautiful golden dress, right? And then we have more light coming in. So just understand that like every part of this journey for you guys is going to get lighter. It's going to feel more free. It's going to bring in a lot of truths, epiphanies, knowledge, awareness, wisdom, understanding, right? It's you're going to awaken not only to a deeper level of this connection, but deeper levels of yourselves, thus also a deeper level of this connection. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Look at this. King of Pentacles. I love it. Pentacles, right? More tangible things. And this is the King of Pentacles. So this is someone who is about their money, stability, got it going on. They're grounded, stable, secure, like has it all together. So, and I love the little dog next to him. So it's loyal. So divine masculine, right? This is a very divine masculine energy. However you show up, gender specific is irrelevant. This is the energy divine masculine. I see that you're focusing on your money and tangibility and safety and security, right? And a foundation. And that's beautiful. To the divine feminines here, your divine masculine is very loyal to you, right? Don't be deceived by the 3D illusion that's going on. Sometimes people got to play a role in order to do what they got to do. But in spiritual truth, they are very loyal to you. So they're grinding, they're focusing on their money, and it might seem like all they care about is money. It might seem like all they're doing is work, but right now they're trying to just get that in order to have a strong and solid foundation. So divine masculine's way to go on having your stability and getting things in order and your loyalty. Don't forget to communicate though, right? Don't just shut out your divine feminine because you just focused on that coin, right? Money is all good, but at the end of the day, it's not going to love you the same way that your divine feminine will. Okay? Look at all this beautiful golden energy, right? And gold is that yellow energy of the solar plexus, right? That's our divine masculine energy. I'm just here for it. I'm here for all of that. That's our power center, our internal sun, our fight or flight, our gut instinct. So I see a lot of that, and that's in our action center as well. So a lot of action is going to be happening between twin flames in the next few weeks. A lot of messages coming in, a lot of epiphanies, a lot of truths, tangible things are really coming through as well. But this is the Nine of Cups. This is dreams come true, wishes coming true, fulfillment. I love that. What did we start with? Not start with. We started with the Page of Cups. So we had this, right? So we're wishing upon a star. We're hoping, we're wishing. We got our fingers crossed, and God, please, 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 please. And then boom, the wishes come true. And it's like, what? And we don't just get one, right? It's like nine. It's like the one thing activated all these other things, right? So it's like you ask for. It's like I don't know. It's like Christmas. Like you ask for like, oh, I don't want anything for Christmas. Like I'll just take like, just like I don't know, make me dinner or make me a cake or something like that. And they're like, all right, cool. And then next thing you know, like you get cakes, cookies, dessert, entrees, people come over, bottles of wine. Like it's just like you ask for one thing, you ask for a bottle of wine, you got a case. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, like all the things. All the things. I love it. 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 Love it. And then okay, still some heaviness here, right? We got the little Five of Cups energy. So divine feminine, and that's not surprising with this. It's not surprising with this divine masculine energy, right? So we got the divine masculine focused on work and money and security and the foundation, just trying to get his coin together, right? And then we have the divine feminine here, who's all in her lonely, right? All by her lonesome, sitting there, just kind of thinking. It's funny because it's like she has this full cup right behind her. That's like that Ace of Cups energy, right? All this love, but it's like she's focused on the things that are spilling, the brokenness and the things that are falling out. Like it's almost like she's almost helping to kind of like tilt this one over. It's like, why even hold on to it? Like I'm just gonna end up losing it anyway. You know, like I already lost three, so why even hold on to this one? Because that one's probably gonna be taken away from me too. Right? It's that kind of energy. So divine feminine, just really hold on, hold tight. You don't have to, you don't need to lose hope. You don't need to just get rid of everything. Just because these things didn't work out doesn't mean that these can't, right? And don't forget that just because you lost these things, everything is lost. The universe still has an abundance, a plethora of love available to you, right? Sometimes we just need to refocus our energies in order to see that. Okay. And then the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so working together, right? We're coming together to really figure this out. I love this. It reminds me of like the masculine, the feminine, and the inner child, right? So even, yes, we can look at it as my divine masculine and I'm the divine feminine, and then, like we're dealing with our inner child. But I really feel like this is a version of like me, myself, and I. Like getting all three aspects of yourself, the physical, the astral, the mental, having all three aspects of yourself really working together so that you can elevate and ascend and take yourself to the next level. All right. We're going to get a final message. Sorry for any background noise. My son doesn't seem to understand that I'm working, so I apologize if you hear him. We're going to get a final message from the Sacred Destiny, and then we'll leave it there. So thank you, my beautiful angels and guides, for these messages coming in for the Twin Flame Collective. What do they need to know? And what do they need to see? Oh, bottom of the deck, purification. I love that sunflower energy. One, I love the rain. It's like one of my favorite weathers, right? And then the rain always comes through to cleanse, purify, wash away the things that are no longer needed. Rain, tears, they all work the same, right? So don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to go dance out into the rain, do all the things. And I love the sunflower because the sunflowers always turn to wherever the sun is in the sky, right? So this is you just really focusing your energy on the light. All right, just turn and open your hearts to all that beautiful light energy that's available to you. So gorgeous. All right, we had a couple of messages pop out. Oh, okay. This is heavy. Forgiveness coming through. See that new moon up there? So we have a new moon in Capricorn happening on the 23rd, I want to say. I could be wrong. Look at your calendars, you'll figure it out. But this energy of forgiveness is for you as well as your twin, right? Maybe you guys are in separation. Maybe things are heavy. Forgiveness is a healing balm that we give to ourselves, right? So that we don't have to hold that poison, that pain, that angst within our bodies. We really want to focus our energies on us and on healing. It doesn't mean that the person gets a pass. It doesn't mean that it's okay. It doesn't mean that we're going to just sweep it under the rug, right? Whatever happened came in for a reason to teach us a lesson, but we don't need to hold on to the pain. We can take a step back from it and look at the situation and be like, damn, that sucked. But it taught me blah, 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 blah. I'll say this, and I say it all the time. A lot of things that I learned in life weren't necessarily what to do, but what not to do in those situations, right? So this beautiful forgiveness energy is coming in for you. Forgive yourself for not honoring yourself. Forgive yourself for not speaking your truth. Forgive yourself for not loving yourself. Forgive yourself for not believing in yourself. Forgive yourself for staying in relationships that were toxic or narcissistic or weren't serving you, or being friends with people that weren't supporting you, or loving someone who didn't even love themselves and thus you couldn't possibly love you. Or forgive yourself for not loving yourself, not respecting yourself, not honoring yourself, right? Again, a lot of truths, a lot of realnesses, a lot of epiphanies, a lot of light is going to be coming into you in the next few weeks. And it's not coming up for you to judge and criticize yourself. That is not why the divine does this. We're bringing all of this energy up, not for judgment, not for criticism, but for self knowledge, self realization, and self love. It is so important for you to understand that, right? And to forgive yourself and to honor yourself on this path. You are exactly where you need to be in this present moment. And the lessons that have brought you to this moment may not have all felt good, but they taught you something. So, what did you learn so that you can move forward? And this is as much for you as your divine counterpart. Because if you're going through it, guess what? Your twin's going through it. So, can you hold on to this energy, hold this space, not just for you, but for them as well? Okay. And then we got fulfillment coming in with the full moon, right? Peach. I like that peach. It looks like a nice plump bottom, but fulfillment. So between now and as we're moving towards the full moon, right, you're going to have, I feel like it's like a wish that's going to come true. So one of your wishes, one of the things that you're putting out into this universe when it comes to this connection is going to be fulfilled in a tangible way between now and the next full moon. That's a really beautiful energy. Really, really beautiful. And it starts with the energy of forgiveness. When you decide to be courageous enough to forgive the energy that's no longer serving you and to release it from your being, you make space for this to come in. It's directly correlated. We go from the new moon to the full moon. So during that 2 week process in between, you're letting stuff go that's no longer serving you so that you have space for the things that you really, really want, right? If your hands are already full, you can't hold on to anything else. So we got to let go so that we have space in our hands to catch the blessings, the miracles, the grace that's available to us. Okay? Beautiful. Stand still. Sometimes what you need to do is chill and to not try to force things to happen. Divine timing is at play in your love life, right? You cannot force this. You can try, and it may work temporarily, but it's not going to last. It's like trying to hold on to water. It's not going to last. It's not going to last. At the end of the day, you're going to end up losing everything and being more frustrated. So what's the purpose when you can just chill out, trust the timing, focus on yourself, do the inner work so that your outer world looks differently, right? As within, so without. As within, so without. Then look, what I say? Truths, epiphanies, realizations coming in. That's what this energy is bringing you. Truth about yourself, truth about your divine counterpart, truth about this mission, this journey, this path, this union. For some of you, the truth is going to be, hey, the person that I was with that I thought was my divine counterpart or my twin flame isn't. That was actually a false twin. And you're going to have that realization come in. And so, yeah, it's going to come with a little sadness, a little heaviness, a little darkness, a little frustration. But it's better to know now than to spend the next 10, 15, 20 years thinking that you're divinely connected to someone who actually was only there for, who was only supposed to be in your life for a season to teach you a lesson, or to help you learn a lesson, I should say. Okay. Last but not least, focus. I love it. Again, in the northern hemisphere, we're moving into the winter months, right? So that's a time of rest, hibernation, dormancy, right? That's a time where we kind of pull our energies in and we're conserving it, right? So you want to make sure that the energy that you're using right now that is conserved is being focused on the things that are going to serve your highest and greatest good. It's like being in a house, a huge house, right? And it's winter and it's snowy and it's cold and it's freezing and most of the rooms are empty and you need to heat up the house, right? Now, if you've ever been in a home, a large home like that, you know that you're not going to heat up the areas of the house where no one's at, right? That's just like a waste of money. But you're going to heat up the areas where everyone is. So maybe the focus is going to be on your kitchen, on your living room, the hearth, right? It's that kind of energy. Like, let's use our energies to focus on what's most important. Let's use our energies to the benefit of everybody. Let's use our energies in the most positive and magnanimous way. Focusing right now on the big picture of your union, focusing on what that looks like, right? What does twin flame union look like? For those of you who haven't met your twin yet or happen to be in separation, right? What does that look like? For those of you that are already together and on in union, what does our mission look like? What is our heart and our souls leading us to contribute to humanity at this time so that we can move forward, right? So that we can help with our mission to up level the vibration on this planet and to really pour into people, right? But what does that look like? Focus on that big picture. Focus on this. Ask, believe with unwavering faith, and receive. We're asking, right? We're asking for the energy of that star. We're asking for that blessing. We're asking for that miracle. And then we're believing it. We got our fingers crossed. We're like, we know God got it. I know God got it. I feel it. I know that I know that I know. And it's like, all right, well, if I was in divine union, if I met my divine counterpart, what would that look like? What would that feel like I said, once I found out I was a twin flame and I was meeting people that whose energies I just wasn't aligned with, I wasn't even entertaining people because I felt disloyal to my twin. Didn't even know them. Didn't even know them, but I felt like I was gonna be disloyal if I was entertaining any other energy, right? Because that's my person. That's my divine counterpart. There is no one else. Why am I even wasting my time? Like, that's how I felt. I'm not saying that that's what you're feeling. I'm just saying that's an example, right? So I had to focus on the union. I had to focus on the mission. I had to focus on what that happily ever after looked like for me. And then that's just my true north, and that's just where I'm going, right? And so yeah, along the pathway you might be delayed, detoured, and all those things, but at the end of the day, all roads lead home, right? What's your focus? Getting home. Doesn't matter if you're out in the middle of the freaking nature or if there's a mountain or there's a snowstorm. Either way, we're just going to focus. We're going to get home. We're going to focus. We're going to keep moving. We're going to focus. We're going to push forward. Okay. So, this beautiful Capricorn energy, as well as the solstice, is bringing in for you a lot of healing, a lot of growth, a lot of epiphanies, a lot of realizations, and things that have been moving really slowly before. You're going to start to see in a very tangible way. You're going to be like, wow, that's real. Yeah, it's about to get really, really real. All right, really, 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 really real. Divine masculines, I know you're focusing on that coin and that money. Nothing wrong with it. Just don't forget about your divine counterpart, right? Communicate. Divine feminines, just because things aren't working out with your divine masculine at this time, where they may seem a little distracted, doesn't mean that all is lost. All right, we need to focus on the big picture. Focus on that one cup, that happily ever after, that self love, that unconditional love, that love of the union. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. If you want a twin flame reading, definitely hit me up at theenlighteneddaughter.com. I have specials going on. So later, my beloveds.